one question about your character and sort of like, how do you think the character has evolved over the seasons for Fringe?
Wow. First of all, for me, I'm talking about kind of two different characters because I'm talking about two boys. I guess what we call the mainstream boys. I feel that he's more than anything else. The Fringe team has become a family for me, particularly given how kind of estranged he is from his family, and also he's mellowed. He was so caustic the first season. I mean, in my opinion, he's mellowed a little more than I wanted him to, but nonetheless, he's mellowed. Not when it, in terms of getting the job done, but not so much, because he's still that kind of hard-ass military guy. But he treats his people like that.
Talk about going into the new season, what the changes you've seen the first script on this.
I've seen it, but I haven't read it.
You haven't read it?
Yeah. I'm remiss. I haven't read it because I know it wasn't in it.
So it's going to be a while before you're in.
A little bit. Not too much.
One of the biggest mysteries still for your character is we don't know how exactly he's alive. Because the body switch from season 4, was it? When you died and you saw yourself dead, the future yourself was dead.
Wait. Whoa, talking about season 5?
Season 5, yeah, because your future self was supposed to be dead, right?
No. You're thinking of my alternate self in season 3 when I died. And I saw myself dead. In season 5, I'm just in season 419, which was the person in season 5. I'm just really old.
You're forgiven for not being able to keep it straight.
It's confusing.
No, because if he was erased, if Peter was erased, I mean, everything still happened, right?
Well,
So he...
I'm not sure that's a string you want to pull up.
I'll look it up.
You got that right.
Although it does sound like you have been able to keep things straight, at least for your character or for the show as a whole. Do you...
Oh, well, those are two different things. For the show as a whole, not always, but I think so.
Right.
But the problem is, because I don't, even though I've read all the scripts, I haven't watched all the episodes, or most of the episodes, so I don't remember. I don't always remember.
Right, it's confusing when you watch it too. Actually being like a part of the show, do you enjoy getting into conversations with friends or family about the Fringe universe and like debating what's happening?
Oh, it's funny. Outside the show, I rarely talk about the show.
Your friends' family don't watch the show?
Oh, wow. Most of my friends are in the industry. My wife's family watches it extensively. I mean, she's got some real rabid fans of it. But I don't really talk to them. I hear about it after that. I usually tend to talk about other things that I'm looking at.
What would you like the fans to take away from this series when it ends?
Wow. I think I'd really like them to be left with, wow, that was a great story. That was a great ride. I want to see it again.
And is there any moment, playing Boyles or playing with the characters, or even the other actors or interacting with the fans, is there any moment of all those that sort of stand out to you whenever you think Fringe, that sort of image comes out?
Wow. Any moment that playing Fringe where I thought that's Fringe, believe it or not, it's in the pilot. Yeah, when I'm showing the pictures to Olivia, ironically that scene got changed completely the day before, and I was scrambling, trying to learn my lines. But when I'm sitting in the hallway, showing the pictures to Olivia, of, like, for example, the cows. I can't remember all the bizarre pictures. Basically, that was my intro to her about the Fringe division, what that is, and I want her on my team.
like to continue in genre television, coming on from Heroes to now Fringe?
Oh, I've never done Heroes. I don't know who that guy is, but people keep thinking I'm the guy.
Okay, well, I'm glad
because I've never
that's
seen
the
Heroes.
Okay, well, after Fringe, would you still like to continue in genre television? This type of genre, sci-fi?
It depends on. I don't gravitate to a genre per se. It's more about material. So if it's really great writing, a great character, then I'm going to do it.
Right. Have you found yourself completely spoiled on Fringe then in that regard?
Well, I'm kind of spoiled in general because all I've done. All the long stuff that I've done has been. I pretty much went. Landed David Simon's first miniseries, The Corner. I went from The Corner to Oz, to The Wire, to Lost, to Fringe. And I went from The Wire to Lost to Fringe back to back.
Great track record. Yeah.
So honestly, my experience of Fringe has been the most jarring because it's my first network series. I mean, Lost was different for two reasons. Lost, it was a recurring role that I think was eventually going to become a series regular. And then I got cast in Fringe 2 months later. But also, they were such a well-known machine by that point, and they were such a huge hit that Damon Lindelof could basically say no whenever he felt like it wasn't going to work for the show to the network. So it was almost that show was almost like being on a cable show.
Hi, Lance. Tony Tolano. We talked a little while ago, a few weeks ago. How you doing, man?
Good.
I want to talk to you about. You mentioned it during our interview at the time, so we can get it for everybody here. Broyles' new role with the Observers in the future world. Kind of talk about the politics that he has to play.
Wow, it's tough. Because Broyles, it's really like Vichy France during World War II. So it's really like you can't afford to really think of himself that way, even though I'm sure Broyles is such a I don't want to say realist, but Broyles I feel that one of Broyles' most salient characteristics is a personality, his ability has to be honest with himself. So he knows what he's, I don't want to say sacrificing, but what he's compromising. But at the same time, I feel like he thinks that it's the best that he can do and still try to do his job and take care of humanity. But he's really collaborating with the enemy.
I also have to mention that you can also talk about Drone, which I know is a project.
Oh, yeah. Drone, that's going to be cool.
Yeah.
Drone is, it's a web series that I'm starring in that I'm also co-producing with the writer-director, Robert Griffin. Should I wait?
Oh, thank you.
Drone is a web series that I'm starting that I'm also co-producing with my partner and manager, Stephen Adams, and with Bobby Glicker, who's the writer-director, and Clark Baker, who's the other executive producer. And the executive producer is Justin Lin. It's actually going to be on Yum Yum, Justin Lin's YouTube channel. And Bobby Glicker used to be one of Justin's executives at his production company. And it's set in the future, the near future, and it's about these combat drones, these robot drones that have been designed and are sold basically by this mercenary, kind of like Blackwater, this mercenary group, and they sell these things to the US Army, and one goes rogue. And my character is the guy who's the head of the organization.
That's cool.
Personally for yourself and as a character, what would you like to see happen within the last few episodes for you to, complete closure with the character?
I would like to see. That's what I would like. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I would like to see my character have a really heroic role. Not necessarily, but possibly, heroic death. Kind of the old guy going,
I mean, it'd be a good continuation.
Yeah. That's yeah, last one. So annoyed about that.
You mentioned that you've been lucky to play a lot of great characters and a lot of great series up until.
Really, really fortunate.
And what do you feel like? I know that some actors feel that there's always something about their previous characters that stays with them every time they move on in their career. What do you feel you of Broyles that's going to stay with you in your later roles?
My later roles? Oh, I don't know, because I don't. I've never heard that. I've never felt that.
Do you think that's not something that may apply to you? That you just...
I'm not sure that applies to me. I mean, I think that I learned something either about myself or about my process as an actor that helps me later in each role. Not always, but hopefully. And because that's part of the job. We're always trying to be better. With Broyles, it's more than anything else, because so often his role has been functional, is to be able to. It sounds like one thing to say, to be able to turn on a sense of presence, because so often it's not what he's saying that matters. It's his ability to command through his presence.
And he's also, I think he serves to be the presence where the characters have to explain what's going on to him when they have to report, when the Olivia and Walter and all them have to report. So I think that presence, you're right, is there.
I just think your arc was amazing. I mean, we've talked about it. Family Man, the old Broyles and his family, and the sacrifice with his son, Jared Harris, all of that. I mean,
I told you how I feel.
Yeah, I know.
And I want to work with that guy again so bad.
It's a shame they can't bring him back. That'd be awesome.
Well, he's busy doing movies and everything. So.
Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah.
Since you are known for playing so many iconic characters in an iconic series, you usually only get to see your audience through the lens of a camera, but when you come to Comic-Con, this is kind of the first, sampling of the kind of fans that you have out there. What is that like for an actor who's used to just seeing a camera and then seeing so many faces that are behind that camera?
Well, the thing that's interesting for me is that I'm used to thinking myself as always, from the time I started acting, I wanted to be a great character. I thought that was where the fun was. That was really acting was. And so, because of the trajectory of my career, I never thought of myself as that famous, Hollywood famous. So sometimes I'm a little taken aback, because I live a very middle class life. I go to the grocery store, and I'm recognized, but it's not that big of a deal. And so when I come, for example, I'm not Jackson, you know what I mean? It's not, I don't have those kinds of fans, and so I'm sometimes taken aback by how popular the characters I play have become, because I forget. So this is Comic-Con is a real eye-opener, and it's interesting. Once again, I don't get emotional, but today I just have so much appreciation for the fans and for how much they care and how much they support us and me.
The panel I heard was a little emotional.
Yeah, that caught us all by surprise. Yeah, a few of us were crying. Call me by surprise, that experience.
Yeah, what's it like to get a standing ovation in Hall A?
Oh, did we get a standing ovation?
Yeah.
Oh, did we get Well, that's the other thing. That's like a huge hall, right?
Yeah.
Well, for some reason, this hall seems smaller than other years to me. It didn't seem that big. So, it's really bizarre. It felt very intimate. Yeah.
What about musically? You can have the chance to do any more of your music? I know your schedule is pretty busy with your production.
Oh, you know what? I'm as far as my music goes, I'm I've been really disappointed with myself because I let that go by the wayside. My voice is really out of shape, so I've had to try to start singing again lately. But I really want to pick that back up because I feel like creatively creatively it's just a part of me that it sounds like a funny way of putting it, but it would help my acting if I got back to it.
Yeah, because that's you.
I started as a
That's
musician.
how it started, yeah.
Growing up, I never thought I'd be an actor. I started acting when I was 27. Yeah. And when I was Josh's age, I was just getting out of drama school.
You mentioned that you're going to be in a web series. Is there something about the medium that's particularly attractive to you, or is it just the material and the medium is just happenstance?
Once again, for me, it's always about the material. So it was presented to me. It was an opportunity to play a lead in something I really thought was cool. And then when I saw who was associated with it, I thought I got to jump on this. Yeah.
Is there a planned release date for that?
Well, I've heard August, but I don't know exactly. I don't want to produce it, so I should know. But August is what I believe.
And how many episodes are already?
I think it's going to be 5-minute episodes. It's going to be half an hour altogether, and there may be more. And there's also talk of possibly developing it into either a television series or a film. So we'll see. But I think it's going to be good enough that people are going to want more of in some way. So.
Okay, so every year Fringe is kind of on the chopping block. When you're an actor, is that a stressful position to be in, not knowing the future from year to year?
I got used to it on the run. So
you just stopped buying a lot of things?
Yeah. Well, no. I mean, because I got used to not like I said, I live a very middle class life, so for me it was all about most of it I saved, and take care of my kids. So yeah. It was more about just being prepared to do something else.